Wonderful premiums for you this evening, and I want to tell you about them. I'm going to try and do this in an orderly way. Any subscription is welcome and important, but if you subscribe for $40, we can send you 12 months of 11 magazine. This is our monthly program guide, and you know about this. This is the way to plan your viewing for the entire month with the family, so $40 is a real good minimum to consider. You can look ahead and see what's coming up. If you can subscribe for $50, we can send you 12 months of 11 magazine and 12 months of Chicago magazine, the guide to everything that's happening in the city. So you get both for $50, and we have $50 to buy more episodes of Doctor Who and so forth. For $60, we'll send you the 2 magazines and, if you like, as Marty said, this fully acted radio version of this most famous of the episodes, The Genesis of the Daleks. And it's starring Tom Baker, and it's got all the people in there you expect, Elizabeth Sladen and so forth. If you can subscribe, that's for $60. For $100, you can get, in addition to the publications, a 2-album set that includes, one of the albums is The Genesis of the Daleks, and the other is Doctor Who sound effects. And there's a lot more in this album that I'll tell you about. There's a collection of all kinds of photos. There's even a 45 included, so that you can play one episode that way, and a marvelous poster. I can't show it to you right now, but all of this, the 2-album set, including The Genesis of the Daleks, and the other one, I forgot to say, is the Doctor Who sound effects. I mean, if you are a serious Whovian or Whoite or whatever you want to call yourself, you've got to have Inside Doctor Who's Mind, The Enemy Within, the sound effects for that, or how about the cloning and miniaturization process from The Enemy Within, from that episode. Atomic Reactor Runs Wild. If you're an amateur filmmaker, you better have this as well. That is for a $100 subscription, and we hope you'll call right now, because we really count on our subscribers to make the difference in our programming. 57% of our money we have to spend on programs comes from people like you and me who love the programs. Fortunately, we do have a few underwriters, but only 20% comes from them, and we are very thankful that we have underwriters like TV Guide.
These are some of the writers that millions of selected viewers have read in the pages of TV Guide, the magazine that makes the good things on television better.
TV Guide is doing their part to support Channel 11, and we hope you will too, by calling us at 588-1111. We've got a lot of empty phones. Now, this is a phenomenon which rarely occurs precedence to Doctor Who, and I hope it isn't the symbol of foreboding. I hope it's not that at all. That's better. Now we're putting these people to work. If you had any problems getting through, call us now. You should get through. 588-1111 is the number, or toll-free 1-800-237-1100. How to subscribe? Call us, give us your name and address, the amount of your subscription, how you'd like to pay for it. Want to use your charge card? Terrific. MasterCard, Visa, American Express, all happily accepted. Now, I have some more information from Jay Badenhoop in Wauwatosa here, and he says, this is Sylvester McCoy information. When asked which old monster he'd most like to meet, McCoy said, I'd like to meet the Daleks, so I can lift up their skirts and see what's under them. Maybe they have great long noses, he said. So this guy is going to be funny, huh? And then he goes on to say, many fans are worried because they think that the season will be more jokey, but Sylvester assures people he can be serious when needed. But there'll be more comedy, and he sees his doctor as Troughton-esque or Chaplin-esque. Patrick Troughton.
Oh, okay.
Troughton-esque or Chaplin-esque. So we await that with great anticipation,
yes, indeed,
which is all we can do at this time.
That's right.
And assure you that it's coming.
Well, we can subscribe, too, and that way we're sure we can buy things like this when they come available.
Well, I
right?
already subscribed. I suppose I could send in some more.
No, I meant the other people who aren't yet subscribers. You can
them.
subscribe.
Yes.
If this is the programming you want to see, do it now.
Let's see. We have another underwriter to talk about, don't we? Yes. One more of our many underwriters who provide, as Nancy pointed out, 20% of our income. And this one is Illinois Bell, been with us a long time.
be here by now.
See ya.
Sorry. Next time, just call.
Illinois Bell is just one of the many corporate sponsors we have, and they advise you just call. That's the message we have to send out to our individual sponsors, because that's what you are. When you just call 588-1111 and subscribe in the largest amount you can, you're making a big difference in your own viewing future. Help us be ready to purchase the programs you want to see. We have to plan our budget. And thankfully, we've heard from some folks. We'd like to thank my friends, Retta Dickinson and John Glavin from Wilmette. Thanks for your call. And Mr. and Mrs. H.B. Miller from Barrington phoned and subscribed, as did Diane Wagner from Wheaton, Nina Hume from Chicago, Mary Carmichael from Homewood, Mr. Chuck Landman from Chicago, thanks for calling, Daryl O'Rourke from Oak Park, from Riverdale, Illinois. Thank you for subscribing to Channel 11. We all enjoy the programs that you've shared with us by your subscription dollars. It isn't just corporations and individual subscribers that we want to thank. We also want to thank all the operators who came down here tonight to take your call. And there are a few of them who aren't busy right now, so give them a call. You see here friends of yours from the Anti-Cruelty Society, from the O'Plains chapter of the 99s. Those are lady pilots. Laventhal and Horwath, the Young Adults Division of the Joint Civic Committee of Italian Americans, and the Friends of Channel 11. We thank all of them for spending this Sunday evening with us, eagerly waiting a telephone call. Gee, Marty, you look terrific in the Doctor Who de rigueur costume. We were wondering if there was a certain way that one is supposed to wear this
Undoubtedly
this
there is, but I don't know.
I'm sure it's significant
well,
how
there's
you've
a certain
got
way
it.
it's knitted, a certain number of rows of
Right,
each color.
everything
That's
is
all laid out,
significant.
yeah. And this is, Tom Baker and I have something else in common besides this scarf.
What's that?
An ample proboscis. And it hasn't hurt either of us, I'll tell you that.
Take it away, Marty.
Okay. Now, time is fast, is running apace. We're going to be getting to tonight's episode, Planet of Evil, in less than 120 seconds. May I remind you that this is the last night of our subscription drive. Hooray! Everybody says the last night of subscription drive. But it's also the last time you'll be able to subscribe so conveniently by just calling us up and giving us your name and address and the amount of your subscription and how you'd like to pay for it. After that, you would have to use the U.S. Postal Service, or even worse, drive down here in your automobile. So we're still making it easy. We're going to hang around the studio for a while. Toll-free number, in case after this is all over you say, my goodness, I forgot to subscribe. If you wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and say that, you can call 1-800-237-1100. Thank you. I will add my thanks to Nancy's to all of you Doctor Who fans, all of our new subscribers, all of our old subscribers, and once more, exhort our viewers who don't subscribe to do it now by giving us a call. We haven't reached our goal, but we've come very, very close, and we're going to put all that money to good use. We are. The same use we've always put it to, and that is buying and producing television programs and broadcasting television programs. And so we'll see all of you, and we'll see you right after Thanksgiving, when it'll be time to raise money to run the station again.
That's right. We are just like you. We have to figure out our budgets ahead of time and plan ahead, and we don't want to buy the generic brand. We want to get the best, the premium choices. So we hope you'll call and subscribe. Let me just remind you about these wonderful benefits to a $100 subscription. This is enclosed in with the double album that accompanies a $100 subscription pledge. There are lots of pictures inside, but there's also this poster that's got two of the famous doctors there and a few other small pictures, so you've got something for the really die-hard Who fan to hang on the wall. There's also a 45 the astronauts, and I'm not sure what's on this side. It just says Doctor Who. I think it's just the music theme. Oh, gotta have the title music. So all of these two extras come inside the $100 double album that has sound effects on one album and the Genesis of the Daleks on the other. And of course, your $100 subscription also includes 11 Magazine and Chicago Magazine. For a $60 subscription, we'll send you 11 and Chicago Magazine and this Genesis of the Daleks, the one album here. Now, if you are calling us from outside this immediate viewing area, or if you're getting a busy signal at the 588 number, you can call us toll-free. It's 1-800-237-1100. And that number, we've got operators standing by there, too, eager to hear from you. You know, the subscription call takes about 1 minute. This subscription drive took us, what did we spend here, 10 days, 12 days, something like that. It's really a very small amount of time in the larger scheme of things for all the 10,000 programs you enjoy. So we thank you again, subscribers, for your indulgence while we give this message to people who have not yet subscribed. And like Marty says, it's real convenient right now for you to subscribe. So call us at 588-1111 or toll free at 1-800-237-1100. Doctor Who fans, you are soon to be rewarded, right?
Right. When we get to the Sylvester McCoy episodes, the season will consist of 4 episodes, which will have 4 separate stories. First written by Pip and Jane Baker, who wrote Mark of the Rani and part of Trial of a Time Lord. And the other 3 episodes are by newcomers. New script for the season is by Andrew Cartmel, the script editor, who is also a newcomer to the show. The new shows are Time in the Rani, Paradise Towers, not to be confused with Fawley Towers, Flight of the Cimarrons, if I'm pronouncing that right, I haven't seen it yet, and Dragonfire. And we'll have those coming up for you, and as soon as I get the information, you will have it, I guarantee you. In the meantime, gee, you know, I don't know how to approach you with this information, but you're making it hard on yourselves, and we love it, because as long as you keep calling, we're going to let these phones keep ringing. And after all, we're only 10 minutes late right now. We once set a record in delaying Doctor Who because of subscription calls by going 20 minutes. I doubt it'll happen that way tonight. But keep in mind, while you're calling, while this delay is taking place, all of this money that comes in from these subscriptions is going to keep the programs you want to keep on the air. And that, of course, includes Doctor Who. And when our subscription drive is over, what then? Doctor Who will continue, of course, but how about our other programs? After we've had all these highlights during the past week and a half? Well, on Monday at 10:30, we start War and Peace. Wonderful mini, well, kind of a maxi series, really. And on Tuesday, Nova, Children of Eve. This will make up for Dave Allen. An episode which examines a controversial theory that traces our ancestry to a small group of women living in Africa 300,000 years ago. You'll watch that, won't you?
You betcha I will.
And then at 9 o'clock, this is one everybody will watch. American Masters presentation of George Gershwin. I've read the preview reviews. They're ecstatic. As American Masters, the whole series has been great. So those are the programs you buy with your subscriptions to Channel 11. In addition to Doctor Who, I'm sure you know that, and I'm sure that is a reason for your subscribing just as much as this greatest of all science fiction series, and certainly most phenomenal in terms of what it has done worldwide in 24 years. And when it first began, who could have foreseen that? I can recall, I'm getting warm. You don't mind if I take this off?
I'll be glad to relieve you of your
It's a very effective
wonderful. Isn't this beautiful?
Shawl, yes.
Did someone make this for us?
Oh, I think someone lent it to us.
Oh.
Of course, they are priceless, just
Yes.
like 11 magazine. You know, you can put no value on them.
Absolutely.
I recall when we first started Doctor Who,
Yes.
Jim Murphy and I used to exchange comments, and Jim is still running the board. You know Jim Murphy, don't you, Murph?
Oh, yes, of course.
In program control.
Sure.
And it was on in the afternoons. We were running it in the same half-hour segments that they show in England. And it was, of course, the very early. Well, we started with John Pertwee, but they were black and white, and the special effects were not too
they
terrific.
Were so
you know.
rudimentary,
Yeah.
really.
And we thought at first it was a kids program, just for kids. And pretty soon we realized it wasn't. And so did a lot of other people. And then everybody doesn't know this. I'm going to take credit. It was I who suggested we join them together, the separate episodes, and run them as a complete show, a complete adventure, and put them on at night. And Dick Bowman said to me, no, that'll never work.
Yay, Marty.
And
Glad
then
you
he
did
said,
that.
yes, maybe it'll be a good idea. And the rest, as they say,
Is history.
Right.
We've gotten great support from Doctor Who fans in the past, and we appreciate your indulgence while we take this extra time. And maybe we can actually, is it possible we could get to $700,000, which is our original goal?
Not unless we stayed till about 2:30, and I think even the most firm Doctor Who fans wouldn't stand for
No,
that.
I don't want to wait that long either. I want to see this episode. episode.
Okay, but, gee, well, Bruce is caught up in this, too.
We're getting close, folks.
All right.
We're just waiting for those of you who have been watching but not yet subscribing to finally make the decision. And it's a good decision. You know, it's really kind of an investment because it pays you back daily dividends, all those programs. Great science fiction that you just don't see anyplace else. Doctor Who was away for a while. Remember that unfortunate interlude? But it was subscription dollars that brought us back. Let's never lose it again. Let's be ready on the spot when we have a great opportunity to make another purchase like this. Out there are all kinds of talented young directors and producers and visionaries coming up with historical material, great drama, music, concert footage, all kinds of nature and wildlife specials, plus children's programming, to which we devote 1/3 of our broadcast day. We want to be ready to make those purchases when they're available. We hope that you'll call right now, subscribe for Doctor Who, subscribe for all the programs you enjoy, or all the ones that are yet to come. Only the Time Lord knows what the future has to hold, but we want to be ready to buy it when that moment arrives.
And sometimes even he doesn't know.
That's right.
That's one of the endearing things about Time Lords is their vulnerability.
Is that it?
Right? Sure.
I knew there was some reason we loved them.
We're going to get to Planet of Evil right now. Doctor Who and Sarah are on their way back to Loch Ness in the TARDIS, from Loch Ness to London in the TARDIS when they get a distress call, and they soon find themselves on a planet at the outermost edge of the universe. Does it matter? What is more important is, does it antimatter?
Oh!
That's an inside joke.
Oh!
Not too inside.
I hope not.
Enjoy tonight's episode. Thank you for subscribing. We'll see you, well, right after Thanksgiving, if you can handle that, and I'm sure you can.